Hey guys, Big Red 310s here again with this much promised wrestling tag teams video. Let me first say, I resaw that video and wow, I've changed in 2 years. My voice, actually almost, 2 years. Voice has changed, my height, I guess, my presentation, the way I'm going to talk in front of the camera. A lot of things have changed. And I'd say a little wiser as well. Not a little, a lot wiser. Alright. Let's get into this tag team wrestling video, but before we do, I got something in the mail today, something that I was waiting for a while, and one of them I know what's in it, the other one I do not. This thing, and this thing. I wonder what these things could be. Let's see. This has one DVD in it. This one appears to have 4 or 5. This is a legit unboxing. See, that's why I do agree with Truth and others in their philosophy that real unboxings are only unboxings that you don't know what's in there. And I don't know how the hell to open this. I hate this packaging. Those of you who buy from me from eBay, you'll not get shitty packaging like this. Let's get a sharp object. My car keys. Let's get that shit. Ah, wow, I almost broke my keys. There we go. Ah. Alright. It's been dismantled. What's this? This is... Alright, this is the card of the DVD I'm receiving. Except for stuff like, they didn't fully write out the card, like SEMA will book a match. Naruki Dola has an open contract. SEMA will handpick this. You can't just write out the full card. Don't be lazy and give me this crap. Into my trash can it goes. Now the DVD. What the hell is this? This is a bill. And this is a ticket. I do like it when Dragon Gate does this. They provide you a ticket of the show. To me, it's actually pretty cool. You probably already know what this is. Enter the Dragon. Bryan Danielson versus Shingo. Really looking forward to this match. Bryan Danielson himself said it's the best match he's had all year. I mean, not that he's had a lot of great matches ever since he went to WWE, but like, he has had some really good matches, and then he also had a great match with Bobby Fish, a great match with Tim Donst, a really good match with Kingston. I heard a really good match with Gargano, with Sawa, with Drake Younger. He's still fucking Bryan Danielson, even for the 3 months that he was gone. He was in indie wrestling. So yeah, for him to say that was his favorite, Enter the Dragon. Looking forward to it. Now this is called a, what's the word, grab bag. Dragon Gate USA had this on the website. I was looking at the DVD list. I went to the very bottom. I saw Dragon Gate grab bag. You can get DVDs from FIP, Dragon Gate, Championship Wrestling from Florida, which what really intrigued me, and something else. And I thought, wow, this is really interesting. I have 0 DVDs from FIP, 0 Championship Wrestling from Florida, and non-Dragon Gate USA, I have 0 Dragon Gate DVDs. This could be good. It was only $20 for 4 DVDs. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So yeah, the Dragon Gate grab bag. This is what I got. Alright, I'm not going to spend 10 minutes doing that again. Getting my car keys. Popping this bitch open. Yeah, bitch. Look at the camera. You guys can see what's in there. Maybe I can. Alright, let's begin. First we have... What the hell is this? Turnbuckle Memories, Volume 4. What the hell is this? Turnbuckle Memories, Volume 4. This is a collection of matches. Jack Briscoe versus Don Morocco, Ron Bass versus Lex Luger, Ron Simmons versus Chris Champions. You read the matches. I don't want to read them all. Right there. Sheep Herders. I don't know. Just says Turnbuckle Memories. Could be interesting. Next we have Classic Championship Wrestling. Yeah, I think this is what I wanted. Classic Championship Wrestling from Florida. That's right. Oh yeah. Now this is what I was looking forward to. Wow. We have the Sheep Herders versus the Cuban Connection. I'm going to get a lot of heat for that. Terry Funk versus Mike Rotunda. Wow. Harley Race versus Dusty Rhodes. Black Ninja or Keiji Muto versus Prince Ikea. Bad News Brown or Bad News Allen versus Lex Luger. Wow, Kendo Windham versus Kendo Nagasaki. Ron Bass versus Barry Windham. The Road Warriors versus Curtis Stanton. God damn. Look at that. You'll find some other matches on there that you'll like. Championship Wrestling from Florida, Volume 1. Well, it doesn't say from Florida, it just says Classic Championship Wrestling. But seeing as how half of the titles say Florida on it, NWA Florida Heavyweight Title Match, Florida Tag Team Title Match, Southern Heavyweight Title Match. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say that this is Championship Wrestling from Florida. Wow, pretty interesting. That's what I got. I really didn't expect these. Let's see what we got. Oh, Horror Business. With no wrapping on it, which is kind of weird. I can just open the DVD right now. Joey Ryan vs. El Generico. That sounds fun. PWG show from late 2006. Interesting. And finally, let me get the receipt. And finally we have... Oh, wow. How unlucky of me. Ring of Honor's Night of the Butcher 2. A DVD I already have. It'd be really... I didn't even know Ring of Honor DVDs weren't allowed. But I really would be cool if I got a Ring of Honor DVD I didn't already have. But yeah, I have Night of the Butcher 2. Looks like I'm selling this one as well. By the way, this would be a good time to mention, I relisted my eBay DVDs. They all did not sell, unfortunately. Only 4 sold. So, still up for sale are All-Star Extravaganza 2. Again, Joe vs. Punk 3. Incredible match. 5 stars in my opinion. 3rd Anniversary Celebration Part 3. One of the funnest Ring of Honor shows I've ever sat through. Start to finish. Everything is just really, really good. A lot of fun stuff. Aries vs. Joe 2. Manhattan Mayhem. Some consider it the best show in Ring of Honor history. That's all I need to say. Nowhere to Run. I consider it one of the best shows in Ring of Honor history. Really fun. Cage match between CM Punk and Jimmy Rave. Glory by Honor 6 Night 2. Mitsuhara Misawa and Ring of Honor faces Kenta. Really good stuff. And now, with the wrapping still on, as you can clearly see, Night of the Butcher 2. Kachiga. Night of the Butcher 2. Pretty fun show, I felt. From Chicago, Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries versus Nigel and Claudio was a really good match. Necro Jimmy Jacobs was a disappointing but still very good no DQ match. Eric Stevens, Chris Hero, El Generico versus Tyler Black. Oh yeah. But yeah, I thought, solid show. Night of the Butcher 2. So yeah, these 6, All-Star Extravaganza 2, Third Celebration Part 3, Manhattan Mayhem, Nowhere to Run, Glory by Honor 6 Night 2, and Night of the Butcher 2. I really am shocked that this was in a grab bag that I got on Dragon Gate USA's website. But hey, Night of the Butcher 2. All these DVDs are going to be for sale. Links for all of them are in the description box. And once again, I got Horror Business, Classic Championship Wrestling. Really looking forward to this. And Turnbuckle Memories, Volume 4. Hey, you know what? This was a really good grab bag. I love old school stuff like this. You know what? PWG show too, man. That's a good deal in my opinion. For $20? Hell yeah. So maybe someone else gets a grab bag, and if they get something different from what I got, if they get the exact same shit, then forget about it. But if they get something different from what I got, I'll probably get another one because I really like stuff like that. Yeah, so boom shakalaka, Night of the Butcher 2, which is automatically on sale because I already have it. All right, now let's get into the meat and bones of the video. I did finish Judge Mantel's guest booker. I will get to that in another video. Sorry, you have to wait for the suspense on whether I thought the thing was really good or really disappointing, or really bad, or really beyond my expectations. You just have to wait and see. All right, tag teams. Now, I made this video. This was right after Matt and Matt turned on Jeff. And even though they weren't really a team anymore. But my theory was basically that in wrestling, you get a lot of tag teams. You'll get one guy that gets a push, and you get the other guy that kind of falls into obscurity. Now, the guy that gets the push may not necessarily go straight to the top, but it is clearly shown that out of these two guys, WWE said, I like you more than I like you. And that is the whole point of the theory. Even if the stardom that I'm going to mention here wasn't really true stardom, some yes, some no. Just remember that WWE basically said, I like you more than I like you. They picked the person. And it's not just the Rockers. There really are a lot of teams that I've written down here. We have the Rockers, obviously. That's the most known example, that Shawn Michaels was elevated to one of the biggest superstars in the history of our business. And Marty Jannetty kind of, fell into rehab, being rehired and fired several times. So, yeah, I understand. That's the main example. Let me go into other ones. The APA. I mean, I know Rod Simmons in WCW had already won the WCW World title, but in WWE when they broke up, I think Ron Simmons retired or something. He just faded off the scene, and JBL was given this mega push out of nowhere to win the championship. So, not necessarily that they like JBL over Ron Simmons, but you saw out of this tag team, one guy was a star, the other guy was not by the end of their run. Edge and Christian, in a way, more that, like I said, I like you more than I like you. Edge was clearly given the big push to be the star, and Christian, while he hasn't really faded into obscurity, he's not as big as Edge. So I can see how that fits in theory. Hardy, same logic. Hart Foundation. Bret Hart was heavily pushed to become a big star, one of the big stars in the history of business, and Jim Neidhart got fired a few times. Nothing really noteworthy about the rest of his career after he left the Hart Foundation. It's the truth, Jen. Natalia, that's what. But yeah, that could be another good example of a team where one guy just rises and the other guy falls. Eminem. John Morrison right now, I won't say he's a mega star, but he's being notable. He's getting slightly pushed. He's probably the number 2 upper mid carder in that company. Him and Daniel Bryan. I don't know if you consider Sheamus an upper mid carder or main event at this stage, but definitely him and Daniel Bryan are probably the 2 upper mid carders on number 2 upper mid carders on Raw. So yeah, he and Joey Mercury again fired, rehired. Really, just nothing's become of him that much. The British Bulldogs. Now, I understand that Dynamite Kid is recognized as like a top 5 worker in the history of this business in all countries. Okay, maybe that's a little much. Top 5 worker in the history of the business, probably. And Davey was really good as well. Also, probably great. But, Dynamite ran into a lot of trouble. And Davey really is the one that got more elevated than Dynamite did. This is another example of tag teams. 3-minute warning. Hey, I know you didn't expect that. We saw Umaga in some main event programs. And Rosie, we really didn't see much of after that. Let's see. The Steiner brothers. Scott Steiner, big star in WCW. Rick Steiner, not so much. Men on a Mission. Mabel, won the King of the Ring. Main event at SummerSlam. I mean, nothing else happened after that because he was so shitty. But Mo, nothing really happened to Mo. And the Smoking Guns, in a way. But Billy Gunn definitely got more elevated than Bart Gunn did, even though Billy Gunn's elevation wasn't really that much. But yeah, these are the tag teams, and it's just an interesting thing to think about how in wrestling today, when a team breaks up, we're always asking ourselves, which one is going to get more notoriety? I remember when London and Kendrick broke up, Kendrick was pushed was getting pushed on SmackDown, and London almost immediately got released. But then Kendrick proceeded to get released as well, so that's one of the examples of both fading into obscurity. Same with Cade and Murdoch. I know it's pretty sad to mention it with Cade's recent happenings, but Murdoch kind of faded away into obscurity while Kane was pinning Shawn Michaels on Raw. I remember that. I was so shocked when that happened. Holy crap, they actually had Cade beat Shawn Michaels. And then Cade kind of messed up his own situations there. So each tag team goes differently. Sometimes they both fall. Sometimes one falls, one rises, and the other one rises, just not as much. Very prevalent situations like this. So I want to just ask you guys, Miz and Morrison, I remember when they broke up like 2 years ago, and everyone was telling me, last year, everyone was telling me the Miz is going to fade into obscurity and John Morrison will be remembered as the star. And hey, look what turn of events happened now. I guess that's part of the reason why I also decided to make this video, because I didn't think of that. So tell me, I'm going to ask you guys now, because I didn't really give a lot of reasoning into my video. I just listed examples. Who do you guys think, for tag teams right now, whether in WWE or even in TNA, who do you think is going to be the star, and who do you think would fall into obscurity if they were ever to break up? That is the question I posed to you, and that is the question I want you to answer in the comments. Also, give me other examples. And hey, Enter the Dragon, see that Bryan Danielson single match? That was awesome. And pick up the grab bag off Dragon Gate's website. Got a lot of good stuff there. And of course, the eBay DVDs that I'm selling. A lot of DVDs just fell. All-Star Extravaganza 2, Family Celebration Part 3, Manhattan Mayhem, Nowhere to Run, Glory by Honor 6 Night 2, and Night of the Butcher 2. buy them from me. All right? Thank you very much. That's all I have to say today. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm Big Earth 10. I'm out, guys. Adios.